Hey team, just out with Larzy on a walk here. I want to give you a brief rundown of what is up with this thing we are calling Discipleship Nights at North City. So Wednesday night Discipleship Nights. So here's the quick rundown, and then there is also a longer video that gives a deep dive with the whys and different elements of what's going on. But it's essentially us trying to carve out a space in our church to pour into you as disciples of Jesus and better equip you to be a disciple of Jesus on Wednesday nights. Consistently Wednesday nights starting September 18th for all ages. So we'll have something for all ages. And here's what this would look like. So it starts at 6 and goes until 7:30, unless you got someone in the middle school, high school zone. They go a little bit later, but also start right at 6. And here's what we got for all the ages. For 0 to 5, we've got like a childcare situation. And then for 5 and up, there is discipleship for the littles. So one thing that you probably heard about this, or hopefully your understanding about this, is you're like, whoa, this is a lot for us to take on. Well, here's the beauty about being networked with commonly minded churches, or churches that care about our city. We're partnering with about 5 other churches through a newly created network called the Agile Church Network, to create this discipleship night together for all of our churches. And our mama church, Mill City, is giving their building as a space for it to happen and being leaders with us in creating it. But it's a collaboration with 5 other churches and growing number of churches around the cities who care about being apprentices of Jesus. So, caveat, back to all ages. Yeah, so the littles will have discipleship programming or childcare every week. The junior high and senior high will have some just fun time right at 6, either in the gym or elsewhere. And then they will have discipleship programming as well, Wednesday nights, that is led by our friends at Mill City. And then for us, for adults, you're thinking, what does this look like to be invested in? Well, you got to invest a little bit, and that is dedicating your Wednesday nights. And here's what you'll experience. There's kind of 2 tracks. There's one main one I want to recommend to you. It's called Discipleship and Mission, which is what we do. And here's what's great about that. You're going to get teaching from people like myself, Pastor Stephanie, if you're familiar with her, from Mill City, Joe Saxton, Jeremy Snowberger, you probably don't know him, but other voices, Dale maybe even a little bit, people who've been following Jesus for a long time. Get some teaching, and then have space, so you'll have kind of large group space with these other churches, but then you'll have our sort of like social space with North City people integrating what this means in their life. So that would be 1 week. And then you might be wondering, well, wait a second, Wednesday nights, don't we have men's and women's groups? And we are incorporating men's and women's groups into this experience. So every other week you'll have teaching, and then you'll have men's and women's groups right there on site, 6 to 7:30, because it's incorporated in the experience. So men's and women's groups in that experience. And then every once in a while, about once a quarter, there will be worship nights. I know that's a big desire of our community because we have a different Sunday expression. So we're going to create a time for you to just experience the presence of God, be led by people from our church, from other churches, in worship with other disciples around the city. That'll happen once a quarter. So that's essentially Wednesday night. I said there were 2 tracks. There's also a spiritual authority class. It's happening same time as a content option for you that runs September through December, I believe. So that's what it is. That's Wednesday nights. We're super stoked for it. I think it's going to be huge for our community. I know many of you are already excited. I'm excited to do it with you all. I'm excited for this space to invest in you and be invested in by you through our conversations. It's our heartbeat to be apprentices of Jesus, and this is a great space to invest in doing that for all ages. So there's the rundown. Got any questions? There's a longer video that shares a little bit why we're doing this and how it came to be. And you can reach out to me anytime if you got questions logistically. But it starts September 18th, 6 to 7:30. There'll be a few breaks for holidays and such, but it runs through the school year. So there you have it.